Hello loves, what's up and welcome or welcome back to our channel. In today's recipe, we're going to be making this delicious, flaky and flavorful Nigerian meat pie, which I believe is everybody's favorite. Hello, my name is Oge and this is Cook with Ogechi. Now, before we get started, let me introduce you guys to the ingredients we'll be using. If you notice, the ingredients, I separated them into two different sections, and that is because we need the two of them for two different purposes. One is for the crust, and the other one is for a savory, delicious filling. And don't worry, I'm going to list them all in the comment section, sorry, description box, so that it will be easy for you to pull out to use. Now to get started, you want to mix all your dry ingredients together and then transfer into a metal sieve and sieve just as I'm doing. This is to get rid of lumps, and doing this also helps your ingredients to evenly distribute. Now after doing this, we're going to go in with our butter. Mind you, the butter have to be room temperature so that it will be easy for you to incorporate that into our batter, okay? Now you want to mix. This is not something you're going to mix with a spatula or anything else. Okay, this is where to get dirty. You need to wash your hands properly. If you have nails on like you want to use a brush to scrub in between your nails just to be sure that everything is properly cleaned, please. And once your mixture is looking like this, like a breadcrumbs, you want to go ahead and incorporate your egg. Now, if you don't want to use egg for this meat pie recipe, I already uploaded on my short another substitute. So yeah, you can check that out and see how you can make your meat pie without egg, okay? So I first mixed my egg in with a spatula because I just don't like the feel of the liquid egg before going in with my hand to properly mix and incorporate that in there properly well. Now we're going to mix until this becomes a dough. Okay, we are not kneading, so careful not to knead. You don't want to overwork your dough. All right, now we're mixing, and I forgot to say that we're going to save like about 1/4 cup of flour, and then we're going to add it at this point like I just did. Now we're going to work everything in there gently, slowly, easily until we have this nice looking dough. Now we're going to wrap this up and put it in the fridge. If your fridge doesn't have enough room, you can just take the dough out and wrap it in the foil paper and freeze. Once that is freezing, we're going to leave it to freeze there for like about an hour or two. Now we're going to go and get started with making our filling, which is super easy to do. To start off with our filling, drizzle in some oil into your pan and allow that to preheat. Then go in with your ginger, garlic, and onions and stir fry for about a minute to infuse its flavor into the oil. Then add in your minced meat. Now I'm using turkey because I just prefer turkey, but you can use ground beef, ground chicken, any ground meat that you want to use at all. Just feel free to do whatever you want to do. We're going to fry that until it stops being pink before going in with our potato. I love to go in with my potato first because I believe it's harder, and so we should go in first. Now we're going to cook for about 5 minutes. Now add in some water, enough water to cover the filling, not this little water that I added. I later added more water, okay? And go in with your vegetables. Because I love colors, I'm using both carrot and red bell pepper, and then we mix in properly and go in with our thickener. Please, um I will advise you mix your thickener first in water before adding it in here. I don't know what I was thinking when I just sprinkled it on top of that. We're going to mix everything nicely well and allow that to cook for about 2 or 3 minutes more before taking it out of the heat. You can transfer your filling into a bowl or allow it to be in the pot, but you want to leave it open to cool down completely. So while our dough is chilling in the fridge, we're going to leave our filling to also cool down. You need that filling to be chilled down completely, okay, before working with it. All right, so make sure that it's properly cooled down. Now we're going to go ahead and divide this dough. Now at this point, you just want to use your discretion and do whatever works for you. There's no rules to this. And because it's something we are eating at home, where it's for personal consumption, we're not trying to make everything to be equal, so yeah, just at this point, do things according to your discretion. But yeah, we're gonna cut the dough into workable piece, and then we're gonna roll with our rolling pin and use a bowl like this to cut out a perfect circle. Of course, you can use a meat pie cutter, but I just personally prefer to use this. I do have a meat pie cutter at home, but I've never used it for some reason. An auntie gifted it to me, but I never used it. I just love doing things traditionally, except if it's to pound yam. I will never pound yam. Yeah. Anyways, so we're gonna add once we cut out our perfect circle, we're going to add in our filling and then use one of our egg to brush around the perimeters of the meat pie, and then we fold and use our hand to press it down, making sure it's properly glued together. Mm-hmm. And use our fork to just do some little bit of dazzle dazzle just to make it look cute. And this also has another purpose. It's also going to help the meat pie to stick more together. And this is what we have. Perfect meat pie. Now we're going to transfer that into our baking pan to make life easy for me. I love to just spend my time rolling all the dough out at the same time and then put the fillings at the same time. This is usually faster for me. It's just super faster. I do everything at the same time. Okay, so that's another way that I just do it to speed things up. Now we wrap the way that we have done before, and then we're going to transfer them all into the baking pan. So with 6 cups of flour, we'll be getting the meat pie is going to fit into this pan that I'm using, 3 of those pan, and each of the pan would contain 8 meat pie. So 8 times 3, we should be having 24 pieces of meat pie. So with 6 cups of flour, you'll be getting about 24 pieces of meat pie. Now, if you make your dough to be smaller, if you cut it smaller, of course you're gonna get more. But mine is bigger, because making it bigger will make it to go faster for me. Right now, for ventilation, we're going to go ahead and poke some holes on top of the meat pie. You can do about 3 to 5 holes on top of it. This is going to allow air to not be trapped into the meat pie and give it room to really bake without doing poof in the oven. And the next thing we're going to do is to put some egg wash on top of the meat pie. This is going to give it that brown filling, that brown look, and also make it to become more crisp. All right, now we're going to transfer into the oven and bake for about 35 minutes to 50 minutes. You can even bake it for up to an hour. It depends on how brown or how crunchy you like your meat pie to be. And after that is done, you can bring it out and your meat pie is ready. This it's so delicious, yummy, it's flaky. Like, I love my pie to be super flaky and still juicy. Alright, my loves, we've come to the end of the video. Thank you for hanging with me. Now, if you enjoyed the video, do give it a thumbs up, and hopefully I get to see you in another video. Bye.